Hello there. If you clicked on this video, you're considering buying a new pair of waders, and today we're going to talk a little bit about drift waders. Now, I have owned a lot of different pairs of waders, and this video is not aimed at disparaging any other brands because there are a lot of great waders out there. 2 years ago, I poked a pretty significant hole in a name brand wader that were really expensive, and I went to look to see how much it would cost to buy another one because this hole was not repairable, and I was just shocked to see that it was $1,000 for these pair of waders. So I've had some friends who've owned drift, so I reached out to them and said, what do you think? And they said, absolutely love them. So then I reached out to Drift and they said, yeah, let me send you a pair and you can torture test them and see what you think. And 2 years later, I will never own anything but a drift wader. So I recently did a survey, and it'll kind of answer the reasons why. So I surveyed 2,000 people, answered, which was pretty cool. And I asked, what are some of the things, what are the more important things that you look for when choosing a wader? And I was kind of surprised by the number one thing. The number one thing is durability and that they last a long time. That was number one. 46% people that answered this survey said that that was their number one priority. And I have to tell you, one of the things that Nick at Drift asked me to do is torture test these things. I purposefully walk through blackberry bushes, which you know can be very hard on waders, and I've never had an issue. Sticks, thorns, all the stuff that you find typically, especially when you're bushwhacking to your favorite spot, these have 3 layers of very breathable and very durable material, up top, and 4 layers down below. So they're super durable. The seams are either double welded or triple welded whenever they come together. So these things really are built to torture test them, right? Walk through the blackberry bushes, you're not going to have a problem with drift waders. So the next thing people prioritized was comfort. And that actually is a very good point because not all waders are created equal when it comes to comfort. I'm 6'7", right? I need a very long inseam, and that's one of the biggest challenges that I've had with waders is that the waist was always a little bit too low. So the legs of an extra large pair of waders were not nearly the length of my legs. So stepping up on things, climbing over things were always a challenge because I was wearing waders that had really too short of legs for my height. The cool thing about drift is they really are designed to fit well and be very comfortable, which is pretty darn cool. Now I can step over logs and climb all over things, and I'm actually wearing I think mine's a double XL because I needed the extra length. The feet are plus size, so I've got size either 14 or 15 depending on my shoe, and fortunately these neoprene socks run on the plus size, and I don't have any problems with being too small and squishing my feet, especially on cold days like this. They have pretty large feet, and they have 12 different sizes to choose from, so they really do well at sizing to the right body type. So there's a lot of variations, and even for the tall anglers, you're going to find that drift really does fit more comfortably than anything else that's out there in the market today. So the third most important thing that people look for when buying waders is their reputation. And I have to tell you, drift has been around now for a lot of years, and their reputation really is the best on the market. Check out their reviews. There is nothing less than a 4. I mean, it's between 4 to 5. I think their average rating on the Primo Zip is like 4.9, nearly 5. Just listen to what your peers are saying. Everyone really loves drift. So the one thing I personally really like about drift, and I didn't really think it was important until you don't know what you're missing until you're missing it or until you have it, and it is storage. These Primo Zip waders, they have 8 pockets. Before, I was stuffing as much as I could in the middle pouch, and I'm actually stuffing it in my waders and that type of thing. And I would just look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. But with these, you have storage all over the place, storage for days. Even on the inside, you have these great big pockets on the inside for storage. So for me, as you know, I do a lot of filming when fishing. I have extra batteries, extra like battery packs. I've got cords that I need to be able to go from the battery packs to my phone, extra fly boxes. A lot of times I'm putting my gloves in there. I might put a hat in there. You can put a ton of stuff. There are a ton of storage, and having 8 specific pockets for storage, for me, that was pretty darn important. Now, the next is safety, right? You want to make sure that you're going to be safe if God forbid, an accident happens in these waders. And I have to tell you, they have a nice heavy-duty belt, nice heavy-duty belt loops, and there's 3 of them here. You can really cinch this thing up tight, and if you do happen to fall in, you're gonna be less likely to fill these up at any quick speed, right? It slows the filling process down so you can get up before your waders get weighted down full of water. So having a nice heavy-duty belt like that is important. And you also notice these clips, they're opposite of each other. Why that's important is just in case you want to hang it somewhere, it's a nice little convenient thing. D-rings all over this so you can hang tools off it and stuff. They're just really a great wader. And the cool thing is about these waders is that they're 40% less than that major competitor that I talked to you about earlier that I own for over 10 years. And they're on the same level in quality. So you can get a $1,000 quality wader for about 40 to 50% less sometimes when they get on sale. And if you use my link, which I'll put down in the description and a pinned comment, you will get even more off, and you'll get a free gift just because you heard it from me here first. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, right here, the zip waders, I wouldn't have anything else because this right here is a game changer when it comes to having to use the restroom or getting in and out of these things. It's never been easier with zip waders. I encourage you to consider Zip. Your life will be so much better in zip waders. It's worth the investment. Trust me. Check out Drift before you buy your next pair of waders, and I think you're gonna probably find that you like what you see. All right, till the next time, everybody, fish on.